Hey, Kindred Spirit Style patrons. I am Julianna Craft with Emmett Beard Realty. The reason you're watching me today is our beloved Patti. She roped me into making this video. She challenged me. I bought this starter, this sourdough bread starter, and she challenged me to document my journey.
Do it. So she's going to document. So
Oh,
it's
I
kind
am.
of, yeah, you're going to document. We got. She's going to document. You're going to show us how to do it.
So this is part one of hopefully a two-part series. If it makes it to two parts, that means that I actually made bread. But in this first part, I have successfully gotten my starter going. And so I am attempting to make bread today, but I wanted to put this starter video out there. And the instructions on my bread recipe said prep time, 9 hours. So I don't know what that's gonna produce. But anyways, hopefully in the end, I end up with delicious bread. But here you go. Here is your glimpse at my journey making starter. Enjoy. Oh, it started. Hey, Patti, and all of your Kindred Spirit Style people out there. Here is my starter, and I guess we're gonna do this. So this is me documenting the process to get your sourdough starter going. And I have watched the video, I have printed my instructions, and you know, it is easy, but it's not quick. So this is gonna be several days that it's gonna take for this little starter to develop. So here we go. So the first thing I had to look up is, I didn't know what a pinch bowl was, and that P-I-N-C-H, that is in the instructions, and basically it's for small quantities of herbs or seasoning when you're cooking. So I guess it's enough for a pinch. So this is about the size of the bowl that the guy used on the video. So this is what I'm using. So you need one of these, and you need your starter pack. So I haven't opened it. Let's see what it looks like. I think there's supposed to be a Ziploc bag in here. Oh, it is a Ziploc bag. So you can see. So the first thing you do is you put 1.5 teaspoons of the dried starter into your pinch bowl. And so I'm using a 1/2 tablespoon scoop because tablespoons, 3 teaspoons. So 1/2 of that is 1.5. So you could actually have several starters, or at least 2 from this one bag. Okay, so we're gonna dump that into our bowl. And then it says use lukewarm purified water. And we just need 1 tablespoon. So I have got my spring water. And I am just pouring that into my starter. I don't know, can I get this? There. So you're supposed to let it absorb, and then I'll mix it. So I won't bore you with waiting. I'll come back on and show you what it looks like. So the instructions say let the starter soak in the water until it softens. You're just basically rehydrating is what it seems like. And then I'm just using gold medal all-purpose flour. It says to use just white all-purpose flour or bread flour. And I've already measured out a tablespoon. So we're gonna dump that in. And mix it. Let's see if I can do this with one hand and hold the camera with the other. Okay, we just mix that around. It's just kind of making a dough. I think if you buy the starter that is live, it's labeled live, when you go to the website, you'll see that there are 2 different types of starter that you can buy. And this is the dried starter. So make sure when you're looking for your instructions, you get the right one. So we mix that up. And then we cover it with plastic. And we let it sit for 24 hours, and then we come back and we feed it again. So there you go. That's day 1. We'll see how this turns out. It's so funny. It says in the instructions, it says it is met with success almost all the time. So we'll see if we have success. Day 2 of our bread making experiment, and this is what the starter looks like. Let's see, let's open it up. And I was excited because you see there's some bubbling activity going on, so that is very encouraging. And today we just feed it again. And if it is too runny, it will not bubble as much, but all you need to do is add a little bit more flour to thicken it up. So it is starting to look like dough, and it has a little bit more of a yeast smell today. So I think it might work. So there you go. That is day 2. So we remove our wrap, add the flour. Oops, told you I'm not a professional. I'm doing this because Patti said do it. So, and there's the water. Oh, goodness. I guess she wanted you to say, you know, anybody could do this if they set their mind to it. So here we go. We're just stirring in 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 teaspoon of water. Okay. So now we're supposed to let it sit another 12 to 24 hours. And it's supposed to really get going with the bubbles and the growth. And let me tell you, you need like a mason jar or some kind of glass jar, which I don't have. And so I'll have to find me something to put it in, because once we do this step, then we add a considerable amount more of the flour and the water. And so hopefully in the next video, I will have a larger container. So there you go, day 3. We are on day 4, working with this starter. I wanted to show you how many bubbles, how much activity is going on with this starter. So today, we are supposed to put the starter in a larger container. So I just have this was a spaghetti sauce jar. That's what I had access to. So just know you need some kind of glass or plastic jar to put everything in as it grows, or increases in quantity rather. And the way the instructions read, they give you the measurements, and so it is 1/4 of a cup of water. And I'm going to do that first. It doesn't really tell you which one to do first, but I was going to thin it out. Sorry if that's loud. And then add the flour. Lovely. Again, I am not a professional baker for video purposes. Oh, mercy. What a mess. Okay. So it's a 1/4 cup of water and 1/3 cup of flour, minus a little. And what you're after is the not your quantity, but the weight. So you want equal weights of water and flour. And what we're supposed to do is let that, where's the camera lens? We're supposed to let this rise, and you feed it about twice a day now, and you're increasing how much starter you have so that you have enough starter for your bread project, whatever you choose to do. On the website, Breadtopia.com, they have recipes for sourdough, bread and rolls. They've got sourdough pancakes, waffles, pastry, crackers. So there are a lot of things that you can do with this after you get it going. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. Oh, wait. Okay, so they gave a tip as to marking how much growth you've had, how much the starter has risen, and it is simply, well, you take a rubber band, one that doesn't break, and you mark your level, okay? So, well, there was a second tip. You can take a Sharpie, and so we're right here. So that way I will know how much the starter has risen. Well, there you have it, folks. That is my experience getting the starter for the sourdough bread going. So again, I'm a professional realtor. I am not a professional baker, but I do enjoy baking, and going on this journey has made me think about my grandmother so much. I don't know if you've been able to bake or cook with your mother or grandmother, but it is such a true blessing. And if you haven't, then maybe you can be the beginning of memories for the women in your life, in your family that are younger than you. So I do encourage you to step out and try if you're interested. It's time consuming, to say the least, and you just have to remember to do it, and you have to do it consistently. But I say give it a whirl. You don't have to keep it going. You can either pass it on or just, be done with it. But it is an art form, and it is delicious. I'm truly hoping that this bread turns out well, and that I get to share that with my family and friends. And that's what it's all about. So enjoy, be encouraged, and I hope you get to do it, and just let Patti know what your outcome was, and I wish you success.